Hey everybody, have you ever wanted to join the military? Well, if you have, then, good for you. Go for it. Only one stop and use yourself. And the pressure of others. But anyway, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Narrator, funny voice, whatever. But I'm also, hey, a U.S. veteran. Ooh, fun. So what I did is that I asked you guys a couple questions while I was boarding the plane. Just some things you might want to know about the Army in general, or Cav Scouts, or anything that I went in. Or, stuff that may have happened to me. So, found some questions, I'm gonna answer them. Starting with, have you ever been written up for an Article 15? If so, how many? I mean... No, I have not. I was actually too scared because I knew the ramifications if I got one. It'd be bad. For those who don't know, an Article 15 is a nifty, cool little piece of paper that is pretty much telling you that, well, you did something bad. And, doesn't look good on your rap sheet. Doesn't look good on your record. Especially if, maybe one day they want to kick you out of the Army, a dishonorable discharge, and they see that you have a lot of Article 15s. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work in your favor. You're gonna be shining shoes or slinging hot dogs or unfortunately probably sleeping under an underpass. But for some reason, people think that I can just do whatever I want in the military and there's no consequences. There are. Trust me. But no, I was really good. I was a good guy. The next one is was there anything you regret seeing in your time in the military? Dang, I don't really know, to be honest.
A few moments later.
Oh, there was one thing, but I don't really want to say his name, so we'll call him, Joe Schmo. Put him right above my finger. So, Joe Schmo was a really good buddy of mine, and he actually went to Afghanistan. He was deployed, and right around a year after I was stationed in Homesick, Germany, that is when he came back. Fortunately, there was a lot of crazy things that happened over there, so everyone processes with things that happen in different ways. His was getting drunk in the barracks, which is usually a normal coping mechanism anyway. However, there was one night he got really drunk and I was on CQ. For those who don't know, the CQ is just a little tiny little post in the barracks where we all live. It's right next to the front door, and it's usually you and one NCO, and you guys just sit there for 24 hours. Oh, somebody ordered a pizza? You log it down. You write that shit down. Domino's delivery to room 203. Anyway. Sorry, I'm gonna handle myself. As he was drinking, he got a little too drunk one night, and I had to help him because he went to the bathroom. I heard him throwing up, but then I heard banging, and then more banging, and it was loud. So I went, that's not good. If he fell, it'd be one. So I ran over, opened the door, and there he was, bottle in one hand, and he was trying to bang his head against the toilet. There was a little bit of blood coming out. It wasn't good, so I had to rush in and go behind him and put him in a headlock, and until inevitably I got him out of the bathroom. I got him into the kitchen near the sink, and then I just had to hold him there while he just wept. It wasn't a pretty sight. After that, we sat down, I sobered him up, got him some food, and then we talked. Seeing him, one of my good buddies, in that kind of state really sucked. But he's doing a lot better now, which is great. He's out of the Army as well. He's got his own job, his own place. So yeah, that was that. How much people you killed? None. I haven't killed anybody. Also, that's not a great question to ask. Usually 9 times out of 10, mostly 10 out of 10. That's one of the questions you usually don't ask veterans, because some of us have, and it's not very good. Some of us have, and some of us still have nightmares about it. Did you ever get injured? And if you did, any injuries affect your everyday life? Yes. One of the injuries I got was I developed a cyst in my right wrist. So now every now and again, it comes back. I didn't get surgery, so it never really went away. So I can do normal stuff. I can lift, I can do all that jazz, but definitely like push-ups. Doing push-ups nowadays suck. But also the biggest one, hey, my back! Because I was ruck marching all the time due to my job, would go out every, I think it was 2 times a week, throw heavy shit in our bags, and we would just walk. But that caused me to have arthritis, and I deal with that daily. But yeah, that's why I have this ergonomic chair that I got. It's supposed to help with my back. Like, I can sit in this all day, which is comfy. That's great. I like it. My butt doesn't get numb. However, my back still hurts, so It kind of sucked around there, but yeah, okay. What was the best thing you learned in the military? How to shoot a javelin. And boom! No, I learned a lot of cool things in the military. Probably the greatest thing that I learned is, I mean, in my opinion, just how to shoot all kinds of cool ass weapons. I learned a lot of stuff like value of teamwork and friendship and yada yada. But, you know, I like guns. Guns are cool. How did you feel when you first started to go to boot camp? I was nervous as shit. I was a baby bird. I was just trying to fly. I was trying to flutter and I was falling. Because that's the thing, like, before you go actually in, right? And you do all the tests and you do the paperwork and all that jazz, you can talk up a storm. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna be in the army. I'm gonna be this. And everyone's like, oh, that's so cool, dude. And you're like, oh, yeah, dude. Shit. But then you actually do it, and then the moment you sign the paperwork and you're like, oh shit, I just signed away 4 years of my life. Just, that's it. And even after you sign it, like I signed my paperwork and I was like, Mom, I'll be fine. I'm gonna stay here in the States. I won't be that far. I'll probably go to like North Carolina or Texas. Like, it'll be fine. Turns out, I went to Germany for 4 years. Literally the other side of the planet, so my mom was kind of mad. But when I first got into boot camp, I was extremely nervous. It was a brand new environment, brand new people, and I was in the middle of like introvert and extrovert. I could talk to people, but I just came out of high school where I was just constantly bullied. I never really fit in with any of the crowd except for like the weird kids, so that's what I was. I was labeled as the weird kid. Going from that to like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, just be a brand new experience, brand new people. Maybe I can reinvent myself. Nope, we were all sucking together. Did you ever see a tank? Yeah, I drove in one. Well, I drove one for a second, but then I mainly got in one in the gunners section. It was a Polish tank, by the way, and it was awesome. What was your favorite meal in the military? Dog. 20-year-old me? No stomach problems. I could eat whatever the fuck I wanted and not gain a single pound. My favorite meal of all time out of every MRE that we had was chili mac. And there's a story behind that where I fought my NCO with rank because I found a chili mac. I called the chili mac. I said, this is mine. I put it next to my rucksack and I put my helmet right over the top of it so no one would grab it, and if anyone did, I would know someone stole it. And I walk away to go to the bathroom and wash my hands. I come back, my NCO is literally opening the helmet and grabbing my MRE, and I walk up and I'm like, hey, Sergeant, no, hey, that's my chili mac. That's my favorite. And he goes like, oh, well, you can just get another one. I'm like, you don't understand. I want that one. I want the one you have in your hand. And he started doing the whole like, oh well, I'm an NCO. You don't want to give it to your NCO. And I was like, isn't part of your NCO's creed not to use your power position over people for personal gain? Oh, I'm not an NCO, but you made me study for the so. Bottom line, chili mac's my favorite. How do you edit your videos? That guy. This guy right here. I don't touch my videos anymore. He does. Doing a good job, by the way. Keep it up. What was it like, and is it true you just played soldier? No. You can't really just play soldier if you're actually in the military. You signed a contract. You went through the bullshit training. You're kind of there. You don't have a choice. What was the first part of the question, though? What was it like? It was fun. There were some up and down moments for sure. I will tell you one thing. Well, okay, I don't have to say this about the whole military, but definitely for the army, do not expect to use common sense. Any problem that can be solved with a little bit of common sense, it's not gonna happen. You can bring it up the chain of command all you want. It's not gonna happen. Just get it out of your head now. But Sarge, I have a really good idea and it would be... It's not gonna happen. What's your opinion on boobs? You're awesome. Anyway, what's the coolest thing that you learned or did while your time at service? So I love the javelin. but I also called it an A10 Warthog, and watching that decimate, and I mean decimate everything in front of me, chef's kiss. See, the A10 Warthog has a very distinct sound. Here, let me just show you. Ready? This is what an A10 Warthog sounds like. Yes. If that don't sound like freedom, I don't know what. They literally built a gun so big that they had to build a plane around the gun. It's too heavy, so in order to fire it, you have to die. It's so cool. That and I took a shit in front of the Polish president. That was awkward, but funny. Is it like Call of Duty? No. My strafing skills are not as good in real life. I am glad that COD's starting to get a little more realistic with their omnidirectional movements, because let me tell you, real life and COD they're getting closer to each other every day. I think there needs to be a bonus level in the new Call of Duty where, especially if you want to be like the real day-to-day of what it really is to be in the military, I think there needs to be like a bonus level back room where you are essentially in the motor pool and you're just waiting for mechanics to fix your shit for 5 hours, and then they come back to you and go, actually, it's a problem you can fix with this manual, and then they give you your truck back when that's not the case. Next question. Why'd you join? So this is a very to the point question. When I was 18, I did not know what I wanted to do. I did know that I wanted to go to school and get a higher education so that way I can help provide for my family. That's why I joined the military. I was like, I want to go out, I'll serve my country, which is great. I knew also it would land me better opportunities for schooling because I wasn't the smartest, but I can get the GI Bill, which would help me for school, and that would hopefully give me a better education, which it actually did. I was one semester away from graduating with a bachelor's in digital filmmaking and video production. All those years that I went to school after the military taught me how to edit. So right when Molly and Josh found me, and they were like, hey, we're doing this YouTube, you should make one and record with us, I already knew how to edit. Everything just kind of lined up. So it was really cool. So yeah, that's why I joined. Did you ever have any homesick moments? Yeah. I did. Of course I did. One of the greatest feelings was coming back home. I actually think every time that I came back home, I always told my parents the wrong dates. On my way home once, I actually, I snuck in through the dog door. My family and my mom were sitting in the living room, and she was flipping through the channels, and she's like, oh God, I can't get the TV remote to work. And I walked around the corner, and I'm like, well, did you check the batteries? And she was like, what? And she jumped. I've never seen my mom jump. And then she koala bear hugged me. So it was really cool. It was nice to see her so excited, and the family was so excited. They all rushed me. Even though I was homesick, I know that when I was there, it was for me and for my future and for my family. What was your scariest situation / moment while being there? Ooh. So get this. I'm driving the Striker at this point, right? I've done all the positions in the truck. Now I'm driving this time. We go out there, we find a spot, we're in a nice little caravan file formation going through this trail, right? They said, hey, you know, white one delta, this is Y2 delta, be advised, coming up on a ridge line, we're gonna pull up here, spread out, and stop. And I was like, Y2 delta, this is Y1 delta, roger that. Me, I have a notepad that is duct taped right here to my left in the Striker. On that notepad, I have the positions of interest and all that jazz. I also have, on the very tip top, it says our position. Although now it's time for us to call down heavy rain from above. So, what that means in training that we were doing is we are essentially going to drop bombs. But guess who kept on forgetting what he wrote down, and the whole crowd went so loud. I can't believe that worked. That was awesome. That's so sorry, it was stupid. Whatever, it was a pun. Get over it. And I hear him go, all right, here's you go, blah, 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 10-digit grid as follows. And I go, LT, say that again? T minus 30 seconds. Copy. Sir, that's us. And I hear radio silence for 3 seconds. And then followed by a flipping of paper. And then he tells me to close my hatch. He closes his hatch while calling them back, going, abort, abort, do not drop this shit, as he's closing the hatch. And at that point, I'm thinking, because I hear the jets coming, and I'm like, or like this is how I die. In the middle of Poland in a field. Yeah. Luckily they aborted. That sounded weird. Yeah, luckily it didn't go through. Everything was fine. And personally, I think I should have got a medal for that. Did you get bitches though? No, I didn't get any bitches. How many brothers, or in quotes, friends did you make? I made a lot, actually. It's actually super funny. Oh, I need to do that. I didn't do that. Oh, I'm an asshole. Oh, no. Okay, sorry, I had a flashback. So I found out when I started doing YouTube that my old platoon sergeant, his son is actually a huge fan of ours. And I said I would send him merch. And I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna do that right after this recording. DJ, don't let me forget. I don't know where you're at on the screen. Don't let me forget. Was penguin formation a real thing, or was that just a joke for the skit and the boys do VR horror vid? It's a real fucking thing. No, I'm dead ass. Penguin formation is a real no joke shit, especially in Germany when it was freezing, when it was snowing. We would do penguin formation, which is whoever was the skinniest the shortest and skinniest, right? No meat on his bones, no fat, keeping the warm. He goes in the very center, and then the biggest dudes would be on the outside in a circle. It'd be like this. Like, this is the one private, right? And then you get like the biggest guy and you just do this. And then you make a circle. Circle! Yes! God, I'm funny. But yeah, we'd make a circle around him and we would say penguin formation, and then we'd all just get as close as we can as one another and just go to town. And by that, I mean freaking find the warmest place and essentially just set in a circle. Where were you stationed, and would you go there with the boys for old memories? Vilsic, Germany, and fuck no. 4th Squadron, 2nd Cav. If anybody's there, I'm fucking sorry, dude. Leave base on the weekends. If you don't have CQ, go away. It's just a train ride. That's it. You can literally take the train anywhere. Do you miss it? Sometimes I do. I miss the camaraderie. I miss the people. I miss shooting cool guns. Don't miss not being my own boss. I like being my own boss. It's sick. I get to wake up, complain that my back hurts, and then I get to go back to sleep. In the military, I would get up, complain my back hurt, and then go work out forcibly, and then go to work. Nah. Not for me. If you had to pick a different branch to join, what branch would it be? Fucking Air Force. Oh my god. If I could join the goddamn Chair Force, I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm not smart. However, just for their DFAC alone. Just saying. Can you go more in depth about your role and what you did? I enjoyed watching your meal reaction. Yeah, I was Cav Scout. Essentially, reconnaissance. Gain intelligence on the enemy without being seen, and if need be, fight our way back to base in order to deliver intelligence. Funny enough, they're actually getting rid of that MOS. I'm gonna be the guy that's like, hey, remember when 19 deltas were a thing? The cavalry scouts, I was a scout. It's gonna be me at like 50. Our whole job can be essentially summarized in a acronym called GODMERD. So gain and maintain enemy contact, orient on the reconnaissance objective, develop the situation rapidly and accurately, maintain freedom of maneuverability, ensure continuous reconnaissance, report all information rapidly and accurately, and then do not leave any reconnaissance assets in reserve. Ergo, don't leave your shit lying around when you gotta go back, because then they'll know you're there. Plus, a lot of our stuff's expensive, and if I leave it there, I don't want to pay for it. Can you hold a firearm? Hey, can I hold you?
No.
Okay. Why do you identify as a Viking? I've loved the culture ever since I was a kid. Found out I am actually Scandinavian by blood, so skull. Well, it's a smoothie, but skull. I've got runes and Elder Futhrark and Northern Compass. I've got all kinds of stuff on this tattoo. I gotta finish up this last little bit though. This last little bit. And then I got the Volknut right here. That is actually a pretty good question, because I do like that culture. By the way, if you haven't seen Vinland Saga, it's really fucking good. Spanish or English?